Hi. So this is a video on how I make money by giving money. A lot of people know this and it's an interesting concept. It's called seed money. There's a book on it. I'll leave the link to the book in the description below. But basically, it even says it in the Bible. It basically, I'm paraphrasing now, but it basically says whenever you do a good deed, be known that you're being watched, and if you don't brag about it for your own ego and show off, you will be rewarded. And I noticed that that was actually the case. Now I'll give you two examples of that, but I've literally got hundreds, and I did this out of my own heart. This is before I knew how the world worked, and I certainly didn't think I was being tested. I just did it because I could, and I had a lot of disposable income. And so here's an example. So first of all, when I had no money and I was quite poor, I'd go to the shop and my wife would have given me a shopping list of items to get for food for that evening. It might be pizza, a block of cheese, some milk, and some food for the kids for school packed lunches. And what I'd find is I might have donated, I might buy it, and then I'll buy like 4 cans of tomato soup, and I put them in the food bank so that they would go to like a food charitable cause. And a week later or 2 weeks later, I'd walk back into the store, and the woman would be there, and she'd be whoopsing the food, and it'd be the food that I was going to buy, but the date was that evening's date, so it was in date. So while I'd gone into the shop wanting to spend £20, I'd gone out, I'd bought everything that I needed for £4, and I had 16 extra pounds in my pocket. Now, a lot of people would never join the correlation between that incident and the previous incident a couple of weeks before, but it happens all the time. It could be that you walk in and the fridge freezer's broke or they've got no electricity and they really need to just sell all the products, so everything's getting sold for like 10 cents, 10p. Now, here's an example of how I manifested the biggest contract of my life, about £30,000 every month. So what it was is I was due to go to a conference, and I needed my haircut like now, and I couldn't. My wife had the car, so I got a taxi, and I got a taxi to this place to get my haircut, and I look in the rearview mirror, and the guy, I'm aware that the guy's in his own mind, and he's upset, and there's something's bothering him. He's not. There's a lot of inner work and a lot of inner chatter going on, and I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and I'm thinking, do I say anything? I'll just leave it. And as we pull up outside the barber shop, this was like well before you could have chip and pin off iPhones. So I only had a bank card to pay for him. So I knew that I had to get him to pull up outside a cash machine, ATM, so I could get the money for him and pay him. And what I did is I was talking just as he pulled up. I said, "Are you okay?" And he went, "No, no, 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 not really. No, I'm effed." Is what his exact words was. I said, why? And he went, just everything's going wrong for me. Everything is going wrong for me. I just can't seem to get a break. And if you understand about manifestation, you understand that whenever you constantly think about what you don't want with emotion, it's a downward spiral. I've been there. So he said, so the taxi driver went, I'm screwed. I've got no money. I've not been paying me taxi subs for like 3 months. I'm behind. Taxi's broke. Washing machine's broke. I need school uniforms. I haven't got any money. I don't want to borrow any more money off my mum. My wife doesn't want to borrow any more money off her family. We don't know what to do. The taxi rank has actually said to me, if I don't come and pay the subs by 12 noon today, that's it. I'm not working for the company because I'm not paying my way. And taxi drivers talk and taxi ranks talk. So I won't be able to get another job at a rival taxi firm. I don't know what to do. He was going on, going, I've got arthritis. I can't work in factories. I can't stand up all day. I need a driving job. And he was very emotional. I said, how much are you short? And he went, £190. Now, this was when I was making a lot of money. You're talking six figures a month. So I said, wait there a minute. I've got to go and get you the money for your taxi. So I went to the ATM, the cash machine, and I put my card in and I maxed out the 250. I said, yeah. I said, go pay your subs. And he went, I can't do that. I can't do that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't even know you. I said, look, I'm very fortunate in life. Just take the money. Just go and just get yourself on your feet. And he's going, well, let me give you my number. If you ever need an airport, if you ever need to be run to the airport in the middle of the night, or you ever need a taxi, you phone me. If I'm not working, I'll get into that car and I'll pick you up. Or if it's the middle of the night, I'll get dressed and I'll take you. I said, look, don't worry about it. And I closed the door and I walked off. This bit gets me emotional. And I turned around to wave at him, and his head's in the dashboard crying. And I went and got my haircut. But that day, I went to get my haircut. The next few days when I was at the conference, it was no coincidence. I got the biggest contract of my life for £30,000 every month from an individual. A lot of people go, well, that's just a coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidences. Einstein said coincidences are God's way of remaining anonymous. Now, I believe we are all God, dreaming this place into existence. Just like when you go to sleep at night and you dream of lots of people and interacting with lots of individuals, this is the same thing. It's one consciousness experiencing itself from 8 billion individuals. Well, not just humans, it's from every single angle. So that's why you're watched, because you're God in the passenger seat and God's also the taxi driver. It's playing with itself. It's crazy how it works. But when you know those two things, you'll get excited if you go to a new restaurant, because you'll be like, I'll be able to take a nice picture and I'll be able to leave a nice review, because that might be a family restaurant. And then because of your review, in the space of a year, lots and lots of people read it. They go, oh, that sounds good. I'll go and check it out. You have now made that company hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of pounds or dollars from you taking the time to leave a review on Google. I mean, if you don't know how to string a sentence together, you can go to ChatGPT now and ask it. It's still from the heart. And within a year's time, things will happen for you, and circumstances. You might go and buy a lottery scratch card. You might do something, but that money will come back to you and it will be double what you put out. I guarantee it.